Hey, everybody. How are you today? Now, yes, I know I just did one, but after a long suspension, I thought I would try to knock out a second one. Now, I had a special surprise podcast scheduled, a very important conversation about women's rights, uh, non political, but social issues. And scheduling just did not quite work out, but that's okay. Ghost 541. The internet is back on, by the way. No, I have not checked out the link that you sent. Apologies. Now, I got three loose topics I want to talk about. Uh, just weird, interesting facts. Couple news stories, and briefly want to cover sports and the Olympics. Now, let us start with the pizza box. Yes, I have a pizza box. There had been pizza in it. And if you see, there is a pitcher, a beer pitcher, but I did not have beer. I use it for water to serve to my lovely, fantastic reptiles. I keep looking at my bird cage. Anyways, I will not be in this studio apartment much longer. I have purchased a home. I did not want to jinx it before, but hands have been shook. Deals have been made. The bank has been spoken to, and papers have been signed. That is correct. I will be relocating. Where will I be relocating to? My bar. Yes. I will be moving literally onto the property. I will live and work and play there. Yes. I will be paying slightly less rent-wise, and I will have no neighbors. I will be at my bar. Now, for anyone that's worried, this guy seems to drink a bit. Moving into a bar might not be the best idea. I don't have to say I don't drink at the bar. I'm going to try to be professional there and take care of people. I drink at home. But yes, I am currently looking at an office building, a small office to put next to my new mobile home. And I have a laundry room that is already there. Not 100% happy with the kitchen, but my kitchen now isn't something I'm 100% happy with. So yes, I will be moving again. I'll be moving into a place that I own, which is nice. And I'll be able to be there and handle my shit a little better. Now, it does mean I'm going to have to really put my foot down for my days off. I do Mondays, Tuesdays off. I will be opening up the bar on Sundays once I relocate to the bar, but it will not be a bar on Sundays. I'll be doing brunch. After church service, people come in, they'll eat, have a nice, friendly, cool environment. That way, I can at least say we're not a bar all the time. I have therapy sessions on Wednesday, every other Wednesday. We have community classes on Wednesdays. And we have a live mute, or we have DJ and video games on Thursdays, karaoke on Fridays, live music on Saturdays. So it's like a rec center, almost. Anyways, no one really gives a shit for 7 minutes listening to me talk about my environment. Now, before we jump into the news, which is just horribly depressing, I want to talk about the Flaming Carrot. That's right. There was a movie a while back called Mystery Men, and it was a Ben Stiller movie. It was not too bad. However, it's one of those times where you take something that is truly insane and just awful, and you turn it into, something palatable and normal. While more people will like it, why didn't you just make your own thing? Why'd you have to take something beautifully awful and make it plain and likable? That is the Flaming Carrot. Now, the Flaming Carrot was not in the movie, but all of the lesser characters were. If you remember, the characters were all just weird and dumb and like, I have spoons, I have rage, it's all dumb. But the Flaming Carrot is dumb in a whole different way. Now, the Flaming Carrot's not your garden variety superhero. For one thing, the Flaming Carrot does not wear tights. He wears like reddish orange sweatpants and a white dress shirt, for the record. And he lives in a strange netherworld of apologies. I know, I hate it when that happens. He lives in a strange netherworld that is 1/4 Salvador Dali. Paul Revere, you suck. Like, really? Come on. Be better. Just be better. All right. Think of Salvador Dali with an old cheesy Batman comic and a bad acid trip. So Bob Burden is a demented writer and artist whose major claim to fame is the Flaming Carrot. Now, this kind of will remind you of Jerk City. If you're not familiar, I did a video on Jerk City. And weird. I did a video on Jerk City, and it's interesting, but ultimately weird. Now, the Flaming Carrot, his main power is Zen stupidity. What does that mean? Probably what you think. Now, he wears a giant carrot mask. The bottom of the compartment has a collapsible nuclear pogo stick. Yep. He wears flippers, like in the pool, for in case he has to swim. And he fights crime because it's there, not because he has some moral reason. Nope. When asked why he became a superhero, he responded, I could use the exercise. His strategy is shoot first. Never ask questions. But don't think he's like the Punisher, grim and warrior type. No, he's got like a childlike innocence that many have suggested came from brain damage. Now, rumor has it that his mind was destroyed after reading 5,000 comic books in one sitting. And his origin story is unknown. His identity is unknown. And why he wears such a stupid mask is unknown. He's a surreal superhero. He lives in Palookaville. It's a neighborhood in Iron City. His utility belt holds Silly Putty, Pez, the little candy, a bubble pipe, and a wishbone. His enemies include a dead dog, alien swingers, and clones of Hitler's feet. Not Hitler, just his feet. Yep, his feet. His friends are Dr. Heller, the inventor. He was played by Tom Waits in a movie. He makes non-lethal weapons that are just weird. Uncle Billy, a potato bug, bootylicious women who are always outfitted in halter tops and Daisy Dukes. Yep. Now, unlike other superheroes who sublimate their sexual urges, like they edited a Batman comic because the Caped Crusader does not dine at the Y. That's right. There was a controversy about a Batman comic book over whether or not he would go down on a woman. Nope, not the Flaming Carrot. He has a very healthy libido, and women are drawn to his strange ways, and they overlook his occasional spells of dementia as opposed to his normal, mentally challenged ways. See, if you read an issue of the Flaming Carrot, it's like taking a trip to an idealized childhood home. Not your real childhood home with the issues and dysfunctions. No, a strange fantasy childhood when people were friendly and their actions comprehensible, when everything made perfect sense. But then when you think about it, it makes no sense at all. Almost 9K subs? That's got to be a weird typo. Yeah, I love trolls. I just wish the trolls could, come on, be better at it. I miss Robert. He would make fun of me, make fun of my beard, tell me I'm bald, tell me I'm fat, make fun of the way I talk. These guys, I'm going to shout dirty words and racial slurs. Yeah. Congratulations, you're a fourth grader. ...1984 is when the comic came out. It was an overnight sensation for a specific group of people. I'm not going to say they're on the spectrum, but one would not be wrong if they insinuated. Now, the mid-1980s were an interesting time for comic books, right? Because the comic book code had finally been broken. Stan Lee stood up to Congress and said, I'm going to address drugs and the HIV epidemic. And your censorship just makes it impossible to tell real stories. And it was important, it was beautiful, and it was fantastic. It also opened the door to craziness, right? Now, Frank Miller's did The Dark Knight Returns, and it was powerful. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was an amazing, subversive comic book. It was violent, it was gritty. Now, yes, it turned into a kid's cartoon. And then that movie in 89 or 90, fantastic. It was the perfect little gap, right? Flaming Carrot never got that success, but it's in the same... It's an example of a subversive parody. But the Flaming Carrot did make a mark. It scored huge sales compared to other black and white independent. It even outsold Superman 1 month. It was a bad month for Superman and a crazy month for Flaming Carrot, but it happened. Its stylistic influence paved the way for more sophisticated Johnson comic book storytelling, whether surreal like Grant Morrison's Doom Patrol, which is now a TV show that I keep getting told I should watch, but I hold it to a high standard. It'll disappoint me. Or the humorous, like Keith Giffen's Justice League. That tongue-in-cheek silliness was inspired partially by the likes of the Flaming Carrot. Now, the Flaming Carrot Comics 31 issues also became a bona fide collector's item, enjoying sky-high prices during a brief, speculative craze during the 90s, which it ended not long after, and the printing of these collector's editions did bankrupt Marvel Comics and nearly put DC out of business. Marvel had to sell off their rights to many of their superheroes long before the MCU came about. And Warner Brothers saved DC Comics. Now, the Flaming Carrot was optioned as a movie property for a while, but it never really got off the drawing board. However, Mystery Men was a very extremely unsuccessful Ben Stiller movie. In fact, the domestic gross did not even cover half of the budget. Now, it did go on to become a success eventually, and it's beloved. But now, the Mystery Man, as I said before, it does not have the Flaming Carrot, but it has other characters from the universe, right? It's a mythic alliance of second-string heroes, including the Shoveler. Yeah. Mr. Furious. And Blue Raja. Hollywood might be in the Flaming Carrot's future. Now, there was last a TV series supposed to come out 2005-ish, and that hasn't been but A. It took 17 years for Chinese democracy, and it took Duke Nukem's last game. It took forever and a day. So it's possible. Now, there's a few unanswered questions from the original series, which will no doubt rear the heads of studio execs. The flaming carrot once woke up with a mysterious speaker implanted in its chest after a three-day bender. The speaker activates to impart mysterious instructions as well as special insights, secrets of the universe, and racetrack tips. Now, FC doesn't know who implanted the speaker or what they want from it. That is what the readers want to know. Will it be addressed in the TV series or the movie? If they ever get made? Now, what about the flaming carrot's secret identity? Now, here's the thing. Readers never glimpsed the carrot's real face during the series run. Now, Burden has, and so far, it's not been proven whether he's lived up to this or not. He said many times in interviews and in letters printed in the back of the comic, back when they used to do that, that the flaming carrot does have a secret identity, and he will share it with anyone who writes him and correctly guesses it. Now, however, while it's never been confirmed and it was never revealed in the comics, there are some clues. He began his career in the 1970s. He is a singer. He has performed with bands such as Sex Face. And one of the songs he performed, not necessarily with Sex Face, was Hello, I Love You. He also sang Volare and Georgie's Girl. Now, issue 17 was titled Faces from an Ancient Gallery. All right. Issue 21 was What Are They Doing in the Hyacinth House? Carrot frequently mutters lines to himself like weird scenes inside the gold mine. The West is the best. Insinuating possibly one of the western states with gold rushes. He also hangs out with two old friends who are a pair of rock groupies from long ago when the scene was psychedelic, star-spangled hippies, electric guitars, and the flaming carrot was known by a different name. Now, according to Carrot himself, in one of his rare reveries about the past, I had it all once. The marble dream of a golden age. And I threw it all away. I had fame and fortune and love and glory. I had fast cars, popcorn, and sunny days forever. My art and craft was strong and full of laughing eyes and lightning. But I was just writing words in water with a stick. Now, I don't think he's Elvis. Don't think so. Now, there's been at least one Doors reference, West Coast, fame and everything and walking away. If I had to guess, it's Jim Morrison. That'd be my guess. Now, maybe in a series they'll introduce the backstory, but a lot of times when you kill the mystery of a character, you kill the character. If you really like stories that wrap everything up Then there's Law and Order, NCIS, Castle. But in the Flaming Carrots world, solid facts, they have a tendency to melt, thaw, resolve themselves into a dew, and that dew evaporates into a churning fog, which subsequently congeals into a puddle that reflects the image of a buffalo head nickel. That is an apt description of the Flaming Carrot. Now, I strongly considered making that a standalone video, much like Jerk City, and I might do so. But I did want to talk about it on a live stream. It's so much easier to do live streams at the moment. Now, once I get my studio pieced together, I may go back to recording videos again. I would like that in a lot of ways, but I would also like to do more streams. So we'll see. Now that we have covered that topic that no one wanted to hear about, but I did. The Olympics. It is something that happens every 4 years that has had some beautiful, powerful, disastrous, and ugly moments. Unfortunately, to bring up the topic of one of the most evil men that's ever lived, who was once leader of a country called Germany. There was a Black American runner. I want to say Johnny Owens, but I know that's not right. Johnny Owens is a dude I went to school with. This guy dominated. And there's always oh, battery. Well, we'll just kill this, and hopefully there's no boom. And hopefully there is no audio that I'll be doing. Come on.
If you haven't seen the
boom, gotcha. All right. Now, sorry. We're talking about Jesse Owens here. And Jesse Owens, we love to tell the story because it makes us feel good. How it made that German leader so mad. He refused to shake his hand. And this is at risk of doing exactly what I'm about to complain about others doing. What we forget is that evil fucker did not shake anyone's hand because he wanted to give his little special salute to all the fellow Germans that won. And they said, no, you cannot salute or treat any country different than another. And since he refused to give that salute to non-Germans, he refused to shake anyone's hand, right? He just was cold and distant to everyone, even his own people. And Jesse Owens stated that the President of the United States refused to meet with him after winning gold because he did not want to offend the Southern Democrats. and he had an election coming up. He said that he was treated better in Germany than he was in the United States. And it's sad. So while that's this beautiful story that we love to tell and celebrate, because Jesse Owens is a hero, we do leave out the truly sad part. Now, how can I say that? And then followed up with the Olympics is a time to show pride and love. Because it is. You should honor your beautiful, wonderful unity. You see, we use sports to bring us together, right? Sports is that thing where it doesn't matter who you are, what you are, or any of that, right? None of that matters. All that matters is we're celebrating this shit. We're all together. We're not talking about race, religion, politics. We're just watching this motherfucker kick a ball, shoot a ball, run a ball, hit a ball, lift weights, right? Do this, do that. It transcends all of it. I don't know if I'm frozen or not. Hey, am I frozen? Okay, cool. Great. Now, I know that all right, well, everything's like frozen on my end, but as long as you can still see and hear me, cool. If that changes, let me know. So we can all come together. I was in Seattle when they won their first championship. Boom. And it was, they won their Super Bowl. They had not won a championship since 1979. And that was a team that was stolen from them in the middle of the night. Now, there's a lot of bullshit going on in sports right now with politics. Now, Tamira Mensah Stock is a fucking hero. Badass. Amazing. Now, she wins wrestling gold medal, which is awesome. Fucking awesome. And she gets up there, and when she wins, and they're going to deflect from a lot of it. Yeah. NPR, unfortunately, is a little bit crappy. So she wins the gold. And she gets up there and she's like, I want to thank God. Now, she doesn't specify her religion. She just says God. I train my hardest. I do my best. And my coaches put me through hell. And I just pray to my God that I can improve and follow this and get better. And it happens. Very humble, doesn't want to take any credit. She clearly points out hard work. She points out her coaches. And she says, God. Now, there was an NFL player, a Muslim, who did not drink water during practice or games during Ramadan. And there were, now this has been a long time ago, there were people pissing and moaning like, bah, 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 bah. And you know what? No. That is a difficult, honorable, beautiful thing. Hell yeah. I honor your faith. I honor your integrity, your humility, and I honor your hard work, sacrifice, and mostly your achievement. It's beautiful, fantastic, right? That's the kind of thing that brings us all together. We can all just, big, warm, fuzzy feeling. And her father has passed. Her father lost his life in a car accident. And this 28-year-old rock star, her father died in a car crash coming home from a wrestling meet. She was on the bus. She said he would have been the loudest one here. He would have been so proud. And this is the part that bothers me a little bit about the NPR. They followed that question up with, how do you feel representing the United States with the way things are? And she goes, I am so honored to represent this wonderful country. I love living here. I love our diversity, our opportunities. I love it. I am so honored. I am so proud. God bless America. Now, they cut that part from the NPR. This is the first black female to ever win a gold medal in wrestling. Now, I mentioned that last because it's the least important part. Her hard work, her humility, her integrity, her desire to unite people instead of divide. This 28-year-old female, black American female, this 28-year-old rock star, badass, gold medal winning black American female. A lot of adjectives to describe about her. You know, you can describe her a lot of different adjectives. I just think hero, rock star, badass, gold medal winner, all of those are uniting. And our first black female gold medal winner, that's awesome too. I fucking love that. Now, there's a lot of people talking about how these woke, super pissy, the chick that does the hammer throw refused to face the flag because America's evil and racist. She didn't win a medal. And the soccer team that refuses to face the flag and says America's evil, they're not winning the gold, even though they were favored. Yeah. I just want sports to bring us together again. I want LeBron James to shut the fuck up and dribble. I want to sit there and watch sports with people I don't know, I don't agree with, I may not even like, but we can just sit there and forget all of that and go, holy shit, did you see that pass? Dude. All right, that's oh, no, that's holding. Nope. Holy shit, he just knocked him the fuck out. All right? I don't care if you love or hate Conor McGregor. All of us got together, watched a fight, and went, holy shit. That's a smart-ass fucking fight by Poirier. I was there in Seattle when they won the championship. I was there in Baltimore when Washington, D.C., they didn't have a football team back then, won the Super Bowl. San Antonio wins the NBA championship. You know, I've been there for a lot of these. And, man, there's people, they don't fucking know each other from... Like, I don't know you, but... Come here. Oh, the Spurs won. It's uniting, not dividing. Sorry about that. I know that's a little off topic, and if I came off as preachy at all, that wasn't my intention. I just wanted to point out and celebrate someone being uniting. I really think we need that. And unfortunately, I'm going to follow that up with a news story. That's right. Sucks. I have been to Afghanistan. Been there more than once, and it is a beautiful country with some wonderful people. And it has some problems, some long-term problems that have been there forever. And the home of Defense Minister Bismillah Mohammadi, his home was attacked. Now, I'm not going to jump in on should we be there, what should we do, none of that. That gets very political. And I will say this, if I can, and that is, the Taliban is not good for Afghanistan. And I saw a female police officer, and people were shocked. It was like, no, not this part of the country. They're letting females aren't allowed to drive. Holy shit. And she appeared to be a freaking badass. One of the trips passing by, we saw her kick some ass. I've witnessed American soldiers escorting females to school so they could learn how to read. They had to escort them because the Taliban doesn't approve, and they would attack school children. Now, should we be there? Should we not be there? Those are difficult, complicated, complex questions. And politics and political rivalries and all of this will make some people look at the inevitable fall of Kabul to the Taliban as a fuck you to Biden or Trump or Bush. All of that, I get it, I understand. But I don't like to get involved in, because when you see the actual people, it's the politics behind it seems. So yeah, I'm clearly way too biased to have a one-sided conversation about Afghanistan. It's just going to come off as preachy. I'm too emotionally involved. Now, I would absolutely welcome a conversation in the future if someone would want to ask me questions. Ghost, I still owe you an interview. I know may have been too late for the project, but still would love to do that at any time. Just when we discuss these awful, horrible international crises, I am as guilty of it as most. Try to remember there are people suffering and dying. And while it might prove your political point, don't be so fucking happy that you are right at the expense of horrible tragedies. And I'm going to lead into another horrible story. And yeah, it's going to involve religion again. I hate that this is a topic for the stream, but after this, we got to bounce to something fun and light, because this will be 3 boo-hoos in a row. Lebanon country. Their top Christian cleric said on Wednesday the entire Lebanese people need to know who engaged in actions that led to the devastating explosion in Beirut port a year ago. Now, the news reported it was an accident, and there were people who questioned that. And it became, in the United States, a political issue of, if you're on this side of the aisle, you think it was an accident. If you're on this side of the aisle, then you think it was a terrible attack. The same thing happened with before the change in the highest office in the country. Before that, the origin of a particular virus was politically as anyways, Lebanon has a rather strong Christian population. They are very much attacked constantly. Syria used to have a moderate Christian population, but unfortunately Syria has faced some extremism. And while European countries are very quick to welcome Muslim refugees, the Christian refugees were not as welcomed, unfortunately. So a lot of them have moved to Lebanon. And again, it's not about religion. It's just about a group of people. Now I'm going to quote someone, so these aren't my words. Justice isn't just the demand of the families of the victims, but of all Lebanese. Patriarch Bakara Boutros Al-Rai said in a service marking the anniversary of the catastrophic blast that destroyed swaths of the capital. We want to know who brought in the explosives, who allowed for their unloading, who withdrew quantities, and from where it was sent. United in grief and anger, families of the victims and other Lebanese came out into the streets of Beirut on Wednesday to demand accountability as banks, businesses, and government offices shuttered to mark the 1-year anniversary of the horrific bombing of the port of Beirut. Now, the news is crappy. It's all about narratives. Now, left-wing, right-wing, centrist, all the news, they all have walking orders, marching orders. Your most trusted YouTuber still will bring up certain facts and not others. And I can't say that I'm the best or the worst. I do avoid topics. I particularly wanted to address these topics because I think they're important. You get some right-leaning news sites, the one I just read, that is very much bringing up the top Christian in the country. And they are 100% right. And I made sure to quote, and this wasn't in that right-leaning article, this is for all Lebanese. Now, when you go to a left-leaning news agency, they will talk about the Muslim clerics who are calling for, demands. It's everyone. Everybody wants justice. But why does the media try to separate people? Even in something uniting, like the first black female gold medal winner. Hell yeah, everyone can agree. That's awesome. And she's like, fuck yeah. Whatever your religion is, your God is awesome. Prayer works. And this country is awesome and gets better every day. How is that not something we should all fucking just hug each other about? Mm-mm-mm. I don't like the divisiveness. And I stood by Muslim brothers and sisters. I have very few friends and family that share my religious beliefs. Very few, actually. And who fucking cares? About half of my friends share somewhat my political beliefs. Who fucking cares? Let's pull together on the good and celebrate. Let's pull together on the bad and mourn and try to help. The only thing that should divide us are really bad cabbage farts. Because, fuck, get over there, get over there. Right, yes. Some of my friends. The whole point is, I don't judge you on anything other than how you treat me and how you treat others. We don't have to agree. In fact, I love that Ghost, his mother and father are some of my best, closest, most loved friends that there is. And we disagree on all kinds of shit. We disagree a lot. And it's great. Because I know that I can openly mock and ridicule them. And they can openly mock and ridicule me. But we know it's coming from a place of love and respect. And we get some laughter out of it. Oh. All right, now, as for these news articles, Chris Cuomo, Andrew Cuomo, yeah, dude, shit ain't cool. Not cool. You should not be protected. I want absolute fucking investigation and justice for all these accusations. And America's mayor, the mayor, Rudolph Giuliani. I'm sorry, I really fucking hate the glare on the top of my head. Not covering up that I'm bald. Everyone knows I shave my fucking head. I made videos about shaving my head. Fuckers. No. I just don't like the glare. Mayor Giuliani called for the media and politicians to shut the fuck up and give Andrew Cuomo his day in court. Those two could not hate each other any more than they do. So, yeah. I would like it investigated. And I hope justice is served. That being said, I know a dude that does he worked in nuclear power. The only truly green energy, as he will tell repeatedly. Now, I don't know. He's probably biased because, that's what he did. But nuclear power is pretty good. I read an article once, many, many years ago, about somebody used a fucking toy to generate fucking cheap power for an entire fucking village. Now, 5-hour energy drinks, not a sponsor. I'm not even going to say their shit's healthy or even good. I like it. Seems to give me energy. It's nothing special, but I watched a fucking stupid documentary about the company. Or not even about the company, just about the fucking CEO. And after that shit, I buy their fucking products. I give them love because of that. Right? This fucking Indian billionaire, right? I'm pretty sure this won't fix the glare, but boom. Yeah, see? Don't fix glare for nothing. So why bother? Now, this motherfucker, this Indian CEO, I keep saying he's Indian. He could be Sri Lankan. I don't know. He's definitely from that part of the world. Right? And he's like, I'm a fucking gajillionaire. I want to take a portion of this to fucking come up with cool shit that can help. So I take like 15 cents on every bottle, and that goes in my throwaway money. So this guy's like, I want you to make a fucking box that will turn ocean water into drinking water. Do that. And then like, all right, because I envision having a fucking barge full of these boxes just churning out fucking millions of gallons of fucking clean drinking water every week and end the droughts. Oh, shit. That's fucking cool. Like, that's a reasonable fucking solution. It's not perfect, but it'll make a difference. And he's like, all right, we're going to get these fucking bicycles. You fucking crank on this bicycle 45 minutes a day, and it will generate enough power to run a light bulb, a hot water heater, and a washer and dryer for 4 hours a day. Holy shit. That's pretty fucking cool. All right. And it's free. Shit, that's cool. All right, we're going to make this that does that. And, it's not perfect. It's not fucking fix everything. It's just, I think we can do this and really help some people. It's like, yeah, I like it. Now, I could be a total mark. Wrestling fans will know that term. I could be a gullible fucking retard. And totally pulled in on a marketing scheme. Could be. Also, for anyone that wants to cancel me for saying I could be a retard, the actual word retard is someone who's, shit's not working. Retarded has become inappropriate because it's an awful, awful, mean word to call people that are challenged. And the word's not awful and evil and bad, but you can use that word to be evil to people. Don't do that. Don't call someone a retard. All right? That's not cool. Especially if they're challenged. Now, saying, dude, that's kind of retarded. Not nice. But I'm old. Do better than me. Fine. But I am not insulting the mentally. I'm not insulting anyone when I say maybe I'm being retarded here, but now you can disagree with me, and you probably do. But also, fuck you. Cancel me if you want. But if it truly offends you, you really want to have a conversation about it, I would love to. Yes, Ghost. I know I got sidetracked on the conversation, but Doc, I'm assuming you're asking for my attention. Would you like to have a conversation about my insensitive words? Because, yeah, I do see the negative side there. Or are you telling me to shut the fuck up and move on to the real topic? Or are you going to complain about the glare in the glasses? All right, fine. I put the hat on for the glare on the head, and I take the glasses off because of the glare of the glasses. Are you happy now? Are you happy now, Ghost? Are you done yelling at me now, Ghost? Jeez. Quit yelling at me. Now you're calling me names? Ah, by the way, all that I was just mostly being a smartass. I am very much looking forward to doing the interview. I will 100% help you edit if you want to edit. You can put out a unedited version and a edited version, whatever you want. Whatever helps you. Because I think conversing and discussing ideas is important. And I put a lot of hope in fuckheads like you for our future. Because you're a good dude. The other stuff. You do know it's the Rambling Podcast. Because I get off on side topics all the time. It's kind of my thing. Anyways, the 5-hour energy drink dude made me love what he was spending some of his money on. So, when choosing between this drink and that drink, while looking for an energy drink, I'm going to go with his because I like the shit that he's doing. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rambling Doc J on the Rambling Podcast rambles a lot. Now, there is a beautiful, intelligent, fantastic lady in the Philippines. And she is the one who named, sorry. There is a beautiful, fantastic, amazing lady in the Philippines, and she is the one who named the channel Rambling Doc J. So yes, I do ramble a lot. And that is why the podcast and the channel were named Ramble. There we go. Now, in honor of this beautiful topic of clean energy, simple inventions, just being badass, the Edmund Scientific Company has been selling engineering, robotic, and astronomy supplies since 1942. However, their standout bestseller and unofficial mascot is the Dippy Drinking Bird. That's right. Now, what is the Dippy Drinking Bird? Well, let me just pull that one up. And yeah, I should have done that already, but shut up. The Dippy Drinking Bird and I will share with you the amazing, beautiful video of this wonderful invention that basically has changed the world. Right here. So this is the Dippy Drinking Bird. Now, he reached new heights of popularity in 1995 when an episode of The Simpsons, in which a 300-plus pound Homer, who was working from home, sets Dippy in front of his keyboard to automate the monitoring of the Springfield nuclear plant. That's right. You see, the true story of Dippy, the drinking bird. In 1946, thermodynamics engineer and chemical hobbyist Miles V. Sullivan filed a technical illustration with the United States Patent Office for his version of a bird-shaped heat engine. That's correct. Now, it wasn't bird-shaped, but because of the point involved, it did make a bird shape. Now, this heat engine, the structure of the bird, comprised of two glass bulbs, one for the head with the beak, the jaunty hat, googly eyeballs, and another for the lower body and the shakeable tail feathers. Now, yeah, again, it's just two glass fucking tubes, but the beak made a bird thing, all right? Shut up. Stop yelling at me, Ghost. Now, originally, Dippy was clamped along the side of a water glass, but the balancing mechanism would later evolve into a tall, stork-like legs upon which the glass bulbs were balanced and perched. Now, variations include duck shapes and giraffes, but the mechanics of the device remained constant. Just two glass tubes. Now, that means it works best as a bird because it just looks better. The giraffe one looks weird. So you got a thin glass tube connecting two bulbs from the inside, right? And they're extended down into the lower body where it dipped into a reservoir, right? Now it dips down into a damn it. Sorry about that. Technical issues. Now, the mechanism evolves into a tall stork-like legs upon which the glass bulbs are balanced and perched. Variations, the ducks and the giraffes already covered that. Now, a thin glass tube connecting the two bulbs from the inside extended down into the lower body where it dipped into a reservoir of freon-based liquid, which has now been banned, or colored methylene chloride. This is the fluid that rises and falls to make Dippy bobble. Now, Freon, yeah, we put that in fridges now. But methylene chloride, or methylene chloride, depending on what part of the country you're from, it does good enough. Now, most of the air in the tubes is vacuum sucked from a glass structure at the factory after the liquid is placed inside. Although the upper part of the glass tube, the head, is empty. No, that is not true. See, it's full of gas from the methylene chloride. Now, the fun fact is it does not take very much energy at all to turn the vapor into a liquid, and vice versa. I believe what you would have called it in science class is low latent heat of evaporation. Anyone following? Maybe. Anyone care? No. Now, methylene chloride is also called dichloromethane. Yeah. If you're curious about the the chemical equation, it's like carbon hydroxide or carbon hydrogen 2 and then chloride 2, something like that. Anyways, think of water and carbon dioxide fucking, have a baby, and then bleach. Boom. Now, it's a volatile, colorless liquid with a chloroform-like color. What color is chloroform? I have no idea, but Bill Cosby said it's colorless. Sorry, when typing that up, I thought the joke wouldn't land. But then I remembered I don't care. So, all right. Basically, the head bulb is cooler than the body bulb, right? Because the methylene turns from a liquid to a vapor. The vapor, when the liquid and vapor change, right? It causes the fucking thing to dip. And when it hits the water, that changes the temperature, cools it down, and then it bounces back up. So it's constantly having a chemical reaction to go. And it's a cute little dippy bird, right? Vapor turns back in liquid, liquid drops to the lower bulb, dippy center of gravity pivots, right? There's in 1966, civil engineer and logistics expert R.B. Murrow developed an abstract study recommending that the possibilities of a dippy drinking bird heat engine be investigated to see a further development into useful machine for low power requirements in primitive environments. Now, there might have been a situation with Egyptian low water lift agriculture, where you can lift the water because Egypt It's hard to grow plants. All right. Now, for some reason, the dippy drinking bird works best on small scale. The reason why is because the bigger the bulbs, the more outside factors can affect it because it's so easily changed. Now, that being said, it took 6 years and $20,000 in development. But 15 versions of the dippy drinking bird were able to and this comes from the Institute of Thermodynamics at the University of Stuttgart in Germany. It was able to provide clean water for, it doesn't give the exact amount, but it says for a small village. Point of the matter is, using a silly fucking toy with the right intentions, you can make a difference. So, let me close this stream out with a couple quick things. One, if you bring people together, you can share ideas and make change better than if you divide people. And dumb, silly things that help people aren't that dumb and aren't that silly. If Dippy Drinking Bird can pull water up to help crops in Egypt, it's not a dumb idea. It's a fun, silly idea that fascinates me. And I love to share channels when I can. Now, this is a much bigger channel than me, who's growing and doing some great content. I just like to share what I like. The Internet Investigator. Let's randomly pick. Boom.
You might remember a year or two ago hearing about Project Coelacanth, which became an internet mystery after a Reddit user found a USB stick containing thousands of strange images and video clips. Since then, the project...
So, a young lady with a Scottish accent who goes in depth on some internet mysteries or true crime cases, stuff like that. I think she is entertaining. I think she covers topics that have not been done to death. And I think if you like that sort of thing, you should check out her channel. That being said, I would love to thank Ghost 541 for being active in the comments, and we're going to make us a video soon. Also, I will be in that particular city, and we are going to that very specific monument, famous landmark in that city. Also, we got 2 nights at Airbnb. It's gonna be great. the vehicle transportation has changed, so I'm not sure about the dogs. And the beautiful, amazing Queen of Cebu City, while she did not join me on the stream, she has been very much active and assisting me with the stream. So I have to give her a lot of love. Anyways, I know 13's way too early, but you know what? I was gone for a bit. All right, now we're going to go ahead and end this just before we hit 90 minutes. We are going to close out with I worked really hard on my intros. So, fuck it. Let's play one. Yes, that really is me. Yes, I really am peeing. And yes, it did take some editing and cropping to prevent the end of. Here's another one I did. Yep. 2 fun, silly videos. Fantastic. Yes, I got more shit coming. When I get my studio up, I'll do more actual videos. Until then, you just got to deal with my live streams. All right, I may stream after this, but this has been episode 13, lucky 13 of the Rambling Podcast by the Rambling Doc J. Because, yes, someone thinks that I ramble a lot. You're right, Ghost. That's why the Queen of Cebu City named the channel. Anyways, thank you oh so very much. Please give some like and subscribe. Comment. Comments are good for the algorithm. They feed Susan, the beast of YouTube. And with that, I hope you have a fantastic day. And the Green Bay Packers suck.